Back here on CBS Sports HQ with breaking news out of the NFL, where Jaguars two-way star Travis Hunter has undergone season-ending knee surgery. The procedure repaired an LCL injury suffered on October 20th, and he's expected to return to full football activities within 6 months. Our Jonathan Jones reports that Hunter's injury is not expected to have any long-term impact on his career. The number 2 overall pick took the majority of his snaps on offense this season, tallying 28 catches for just under 300 yards and a touchdown. On the other side of the ball, he racked up 15 tackles and 3 passes defended. All right, back here with Douzable and Pete Prisco. All right, this is a tough blow to the Jags for the remainder of their season, given how it's gone. Where do they go from here?
Very unfortunate because they gave up a lot of draft capital. And I know people will say, well, this guy is playing on both sides of the ball. This is why this injury happened. No, this was a non-contact injury, and it's a fluke injury. Anytime you get like the ACL, the PCL or the ACL, those are non-contact injuries, and it just happens to be bad luck. And it sucks because we started to see him come into his own right before the bye in London. He showed that he was one of the better playmakers on offense, and I know that he was going to start playing a little bit more on defense. So it would have been interesting to see how they were going to progress his reps throughout the season. Unfortunately for not only us as fans watching the game, but also for the Jacksonville Jaguars, he's going to be gone for the year.
He was getting ready to play every snap. They were going to do that. The week of the Raiders game, they were going to start putting him in on both sides of the ball. He was their best receiver. He was their best corner. And so he was going to start doing that. And unfortunately, during practice, he was in coverage. He suffered the torn LCL. And look, the good news is it's not an ACL. That's the good news. But you lose him for the year, and now that sets off the alarms. Everybody out there, what a waste, terrible trade. And the answer to that is, right now, it looks like a bad trade. But you can't judge that trade right now. You got to let it play out. And he was going to on the verge of becoming something really special. And I had heard some rumblings that he was not going to make it through the, they're going to shut him down. And so when you look at this, it's bad for a team that right now, somehow, some way, that team would be in the playoffs. I don't know how, but they would be.
Yeah, I was going to say quickly before we move on, Pete, because right now from a fan perspective, it's devastating. You have this horrible way to lose against a divisional rival. And the people in the building, to your point, might have known that this was going to happen with Travis Hunter, and they knew that. But for the team to officially have that news out there and all the chirp from the fan base, do they move forward? How do they move forward here? Because they're in a spot that seems like a real momentum just sucker.
Well, and this is a trying week for Liam Cohen, the head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, you get where you're up on your division rival with a chance to really end their season, basically, and you blow a 19-point fourth-quarter lead to Davis Mills. I mean, of all people, look, Davis Mills, I like them coming out, but you can't blow a 19-point lead to Davis Mills in the fourth quarter. So it's going to be interesting to see how Liam Cohen gets up off the deck, gets his team up off the deck. He already came out. I mean, credit to him. He said there are going to be changes on defense. He questioned the defense. And for him to put that out there publicly, usually coaches don't do that. That tells you how upset he is with that group. So this is a big week for Jacksonville and Liam Cohen. And they play the Chargers, who, by the way, their best victory with Trevor Lawrence in their history came against this same team in the playoffs.
And the biggest thing is, how do you handle this adversity, right? We always had a saying in the locker room, Pete, don't let a team beat you 2 weeks in a row. You talked about it. They were up 19 points in the fourth quarter. They gave up 26 in the fourth quarter alone to lose this game. That can really weigh on a team and on the defense. So it'll be up to Liam Cohen and the leadership in that locker room for them to pick themselves up, because nobody's coming to save you. Travis Hunter's down for the year. There's no magical being out there that's going to save you. Only the players in that locker room and the coaching staff can save them right now.
How do you get past the choke job? That's the question. That's basically what it is. They choked.